Howdy y'all, it's me. I'm back. Coming to you with a hopefully much shorter video than usual, as in not 20 to 30 minutes. Disclaimer, if you hear noises in the background, it's because it's the 4th of July and everybody and his mother loves to shoot off fireworks in their backyard. So there's that, and that leads me to another good reason why I'm filming this video is a little bit of escapism, because I have to go to work tomorrow and I am a bit spooked out of my mind to do that, so I'm trying to pretend that tomorrow isn't real. This video is some of my formerly favorite artists and bands that took a total nosedive and completely fell off. The first artist that anyone nowadays would speak of is probably Katy Perry. Now, starting off from her beginning, you think I'm gonna pull out a copy of One of the Boys, don't you? No. I have her very first album, Katy Hudson. That's right, her Christian rock album, which I found in a Goodwill, literally in Ohio. It's not good. It's not good at all, but you know, I was such a super fan that I saw it and immediately knew exactly what it was. The only reason I'm not gonna, I don't know, if I go through her discography, I'd just say One of the Boys, totally underrated. That's maybe my favorite. I think it's great. Teenage Dream, obviously, classic pop Bible for everybody. Not me. It's good. I definitely enjoyed it at the time, but I've heard every single single in the supermarket about 8 billion times, so I really can't listen to anything on that besides Circle the Drain, which is my favorite deep cut on that album. No one ever talks about that song. And then what was next? Prism? I didn't listen to Prism. I don't know. Witness, obviously, garbage. But then comes out Smile, which if we knew how bad 143 was going to be, I think we all should have appreciated this a whole lot more. But that's all I'm going to say, because I'm ready to talk about this in my my favorite flop albums video, and yeah. Has she fallen off? Yes. Was 143 garbage? Yes. I listened to just a few songs of it when it came out, and I'm just like, why did she make this? Like, you're Katy Perry. None of these songs sound like you. You really you completely gave up, it seems. Another pop / multi-genre queen that has fallen off my faves list is Gwen Stefani. Now, I don't have a copy of Love Angel Music Baby here. I don't know why I haven't picked that up on eBay yet. But you know what I do have? Multiple shoes from her clothing line in the early-ish 2000s. What was it called? Harajuku Lovers. Have a ton of purses and handbags too from that line, but I'm not gonna bust those out. But anyway, her debut album, great. I love it. It was so big when I was young. I've listened to No Doubt, not in depth at all. Can't say I'm a big No Doubt girly. Heard all the singles, of course. Love them. Love Gwen. She's so cool and different. So that album was great. I did find in Goodwill The Sweet Escape, which she was still very cool at this point. This album is like, I guess the singles worked for her, but it's like, man, anyone out there actually heard the deep cuts? Has anyone actually heard Yummy and Orange County Girl? Like, these songs are so not good that I'm listening to them, I'm loving them, but I'm just like, who on earth out there is enjoying this but me? But I guess she was still good and definitely still popular. That was 2006 that came out. Then her third album, I guess a decade later, anything can happen, right? This Is What the Truth Feels Like hits. And that was okay, but actually her album, I don't know if it's untitled, that was like going to come out. I think she put out 2 singles, Spark the Fire and something else that was like gonna be a new era for her. Those were very irritating to listen to. I enjoyed them. I would have been down with that album, but that never panned out. So when This Is What the Truth Feels Like came out all the way in 2016, I was still okay with it, you know. But y'all out here having a track titled Send Me a Picture, like, Gwen, I don't think you need to get on board with modernism. Like, you can just stay, we can just keep pretending it's 1999 and we don't have cell phones yet. I guess she apparently didn't make another album for another 8 years, and she releases Bouquet. And in this time, she also marries Blake Shelton because he's a super cool man, I guess. This album, it's like once we hit the wall here, I don't even know what to say other than, is it country inspired? I didn't even listen to it. Somehow I knew. The vibes were very bad. Also, she seems very political all of a sudden. Like, I don't want to hear your political views. I don't know. And also, you know, I saw an ad on TikTok of like her advertising the prayer app. Last time I checked, Gwen, you don't need an app to pray. So I don't know what you're actually out here doing. Oh, just overall, that album, which I saw in the clearance section of Target on vinyl, and I was like, I'm not going near this thing. Like, why are you country? Why are you doing any of this? Why have you taken everything cool and unique about yourself and stripped it away, and now you're just, we don't know what you are. Her edge, where's her edge? It just disappeared, and I'm not there for her anymore. Next up is someone that I would say I'm the least super fan of, and it is Kelly Clarkson. I was also a little, I feel like somehow I was too young, even though it was about similar time as Gwen Stefani, to listen to her music, because when she was on One American Idol and everything, I wasn't watching it quite yet. I just picked up, thankful, at Goodwill. Haven't listened to it yet. I'm sure it's wonderful. And then breakaway hits. This is great. One I've maybe listened to the most. 2007 comes along. She puts out My December, a little bit more, I don't know, rock inspired. I was listening to it not long ago. My just overall opinion is like, why is this so unplugged sounding? I don't know, but it still a good album, even though, you know, they're canceled her tour for it because they thought, Kelly, you're too rock now we hate you. But still real cool. Good for her for doing what she wanted to do. Then 2009 comes. She puts out All I Ever Wanted. You think this would be the place where I'd say, hold the phone, stop everything, she's garbage. No. This album I don't mind. My life would suck without you? Fine, whatever. Is it a little cringe? Sure, but it somehow worked. It was still her, it worked. All I Ever Wanted, title track, definitely my favorite song. But then 2011 comes, she releases Stronger. And one day I'm in TJ Maxx and I hear a song playing and I think, what is this? It's so bad. I believe it was Mr. Know-It-All by Kelly Clarkson. This was the beginning of the end for her. The next single, second single on the album was Stronger, What Doesn't Kill You, which we've all We've all heard this. Kelly Clarkson at this point might exclusively be a grocery store artist. Oh boy, that song is very bad. This was truly the beginning of the end for her, for having annoying, uninteresting, boring music. Because her 2015 album, 2017, anything past that has been awful. Heartbeat song, oh my God, I'm so glad Wikipedia here showed me Heartbeat song, because I was forced to listen to this many times in the grocery store, and I hate this song. This song is atrocious. It's horrible. It's actual torture. I don't even, like, I stopped listening to her at that point, so I don't even know. Okay, next album, don't recognize the singles, and then her most recent one in 2013, didn't hear any of it. But what I did hear was one song of hers off one of the Trolls movie soundtracks, which, I'll give her a little credit, because she didn't write this song, but she performed this song. The song is titled Broken and Beautiful, I think. Every time I heard that song in the store, it just made me so angry, just because it's not her fault. She didn't write it, but she agreed to perform it, so she's at fault a little bit here. It just made me so angry, because in the chorus she just says, I'm broken and it's beautiful. And maybe that's a nice sentiment to endure despite problems and troubles, but I just feel like it's a pretty stupid thing to say, because it's like, does anyone choose to be broken? I don't think so. So you're broken and it's like beautiful, like, really? Is it Kelly? I don't know. So anyway, you know, good for her for still being relevant, having a talk show and being, you know, Drew Barrymore, but not. And I'm sure she's still got a great voice, but it's like, Kelly, you were cool. You were awesome. And now your music is mom rock, and that is a very bad thing. Next on my hit list is The Killers. Their debut album, a essential for any millennial out there. Hot Fuss. Classic. Where would we be without this? It gave us so much. It gave us a lot. I don't know if the earth would be quite on the same axis, the same degree that it is, if this album hadn't been released. So awesome. I think there was like a extended version of this, or deluxe version of this, that had Glamorous Indie Rock and Roll, which I love that song, but not on the standard edition. Then 2006, we get Sam's Town. Great, awesome, love it. Then I don't truly understand why this is considered a compilation album. I guess it has some covers. Maybe I don't know enough about it as I should. Sawdust. To this day, my ringtone is still Sweet Talk off of this album. I guess I bought the ringtone a long time ago. Very cool album. I love Leave the Bourbon on the Shelf, Where the White Boy Stands. Hell yeah. Such a weird song. Okay, they put Glamorous Indie Rock and Roll on this one, but I like the 2004 version better. That's a little more live sounding. I don't know. 2008 comes along. We get Day and Age. Still, everyone's on board. This is probably the end, I'd say, of classic Killers era, because in 2012, though, there's still hope here, guys, because I've got a couple more discs here. We get Battleborn. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad, but it's different, but it's still them. Then 2017, quite a while, 5 years later, we get Wonderful Wonderful, which there's a few skips on it. Here it is, but it's still cool. I love Out of My Mind. That's my favorite song. It's a little different. It's still fine. That is my last disc, because now things took a turn for the worst when 2020 came along and they put out Imploding the Mirage, which the first few singles I heard, I definitely heard Caution. It was okay, but somehow I'm just like, after Wonderful Wonderful, it was just like, I could tell you guys aren't the same, and that's okay, but it's not a change for the better here. So that album I tried to listen to, I tried to get into, I just couldn't. And then for some unknown reason, just a year later, they put out Pressure Machine. I just saw it and I'm like, what is this? What did you guys do? Like, also I was just confused and thrown off by the crosses on the cover, because I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't think Mr. Brandon Flowers, devout Mormon, I didn't think Mormons were big, so big on cross imagery. Maybe they are and I'm wrong. So listen when it first came out to form an opinion and tell you that I don't like it. So the Killers, what happened to them? It's like they were always like bubbling under the surface of cringe, why critics don't like them and probably think they're trash, but they just like fully emerged as, we don't make good music anymore. Finally, as it is getting quite dark now, is a band for many years I referred to as my favorite band, but no longer, as of, I don't know, a decade ago. And that's Maroon 5. I was such a big fan that I retroactively listened to essentially their debut album as Kara's Flowers, The Fourth World, which this is a very cool album. Or in my house, it's a very cool album for me. I know they had one like unofficial release before this. It has some weird title. It all has weird titles. That I've listened to a few times, found, the torrent somewhere. Very grunge. This, like, slightly less grunge. This is so weird. I love this. My favorite song is definitely The Never Saga. I adore this. We will never get this again, unfortunately. But going up to what most anyone heard was 2002's, of course, Songs About Jane. Easily their best release. We can all agree upon this. It's cool. It was fun. When I first heard This Love, it altered my brain chemistry, and it was my number one favorite song of all time for probably years. How did they screw this up? I don't know. Although I was listening to it last week in preparation for this video, I don't know if I realized at the time as a kid, it's a pretty hot album. I don't think I actually knew what they were talking about. And if I could go back in time and maybe not listen to it, perhaps as a child, perhaps I shouldn't have. I don't know. Their best album, hands down. Then they take a 5-year break, but in that time they release a live album, which is called Live Friday the 13th, which I really love that album. Then there was a track on that, like an upcoming song on there titled Wasted Years, that became my number one favorite song of all time. It blew This Love out of the water because it was such a cool and awesome song. But anyway, that came out, I don't know when. I really like that a lot. Don't have the disc, whatever. Don't judge me. Takes them a good 5 years, though, to put out an official release. When we get it, it won't be soon before long, which stylistically was quite the change up for them. It just feels weird that I guess they didn't have mega mainstream success at this time, because in my eyes, I thought once they had their first album, they were on the map, but maybe they didn't quite. Also, pretty hot album, guys, not for kids. Great, I liked it a lot. Has some good tracks. I'm, like I said, all about Maroon 5, so I pick up the remix album, Call and Response, because I don't know what to say about this. It was okay, I guess. Their third album comes along. More stylistic changes. Hands All Over. That was 2010. 3 years later. This album is a little more watered down, I'd say. It was okay. I mean, I love Misery. I love Give a Little More. I love Get Back in My Life. I'm trying. But the last song, Out of Goodbyes, they have Lady Antebellum on it. Country crossover. Not my pick, guys. It was alright, but it stopped being alright after this, because then in 2012 they released Overexposed, which I actually did listen to quite a bit, but I probably didn't buy, because it's like I knew it wasn't good, and also the album artwork is hideous in my opinion. It's not good. I don't love it, but nothing about it was overtly garbage. Oh, I forgot to mention, the problem where this all began was when they put out a deluxe version of this. Benny Blanco came along and said, you know what you guys need? You guys need to sell out completely and go mainstream pop. You guys need to release Moves Like Jagger. And it really did skyrocket them, because that song was everywhere. But guess what else? That song sucked. Anyone could have released that. Why did you guys have to sell out completely? That, I forgot. That was the beginning of the end, because that led them to putting out something like Overexposed, where they then release Payphone, featuring Wiz Khalifa. I didn't hate it though, although absolutely how dare they, on the deluxe edition, they re-record, have an official release of my former favorite song, Wasted Years, and guess what? It sounds atrocious. They ruin it. They destroyed it. I think there's like saxophone in it, and it's like, how did you do this? How did you ruin your own song so badly? I don't know, Adam Levine, you fool. 2014 comes along. We get V. I still don't despise Maroon 5. I don't like them. They're not in my top 5, not top 10, top 5 anymore, but I don't hate their guts, because, you know, we get Maps, produced by Benny Blanco, thanks. It's alright. Animals, fine. Sugar, oh boy, everyone's favorite wedding track. Not for me. My favorite song, though, is Feelings. That's probably about the standout song for me that's still like a fun, cool song. They collab with Gwen Stefani, not a good move in my opinion, once again. But what I take pause over is one song titled In Your Pocket. The lyrics being, girl, show me that phone in your pocket. Okay, I didn't know we were cringe lords now, guys, so that is, things got much worse. This summer, though, another good track, I guess. Not good, but whatever. Where they truly, completely, the point of no return for me is 2017's Red Pill Blues. Just looking through the tracks. Best for You? Probably about one of the only redeeming songs. I can barely even, oh, okay, yeah, I knew. This album, I'm speechless here, guys. This album has Girls Like You on it. moment of silence for one of the worst songs released in American history. This song is so pandering, terrible, awful. It is total trash. And didn't they have a version of it released? Yeah, a remix with Cardi B in it. Holy crap, guys. Y'all just did that, and it's terrible. I hated it. At that point, I'm out. I'm checked out completely, and they apparently put out an album in 2021, Jordy. I heard Memories. When that came on, I was like, okay, but that, and then they're gonna put out an album this year, whatever. They made a lot of mistakes here, all of which I'm sure they do not regret and they're not sorry for. And I think at some point, I think maybe only 2 of the members still remain in the band. But yeah, Maroon 5, RIP to those guys. So that is all. I must have been filming this video, I think, for the past hour because it seems considerably darker. I don't know how this will look in editing. But anyway, yeah, thank you for listening to me rant about artists that have disappointed me greatly. If there's any that you have also been sad over and disappointed with, comment below and let me know. Or if you disagree with me on anything, go ahead and let me know that too.